Hello, everybody. Bruh.
Hey there, Demon 4.
Bruh. It's always nice getting
new people to show up to a stream. Even better, this is the first time I found the option to go back into my created live stream. So now I don't have to delete the preview and make a new one. Anything in particular you'd like me to burp? Or just whatever comes to mind? It's always nice hearing more and more people enjoying my burps. And it's also pretty fun discovering new ways and types of burps. Mostly from interaction with the viewers from my live streams here. For instance, one of the first few subscribers I ever had, he's been requesting closed mouth burps. So my next post on Monday is going to be my first closed mouth burp video. The closed mouth one or the big open mouth one after it? Yeah. The only problem with getting the extremely long monster burps is I have to load my stomach slightly painfully, uncomfortably full of air to hit those 13 to 16-second length monster burps. They're so beautiful, though. It's worth the discomfort every once in a while. Already disturbed some phlegm. Yes, the burps plus the carbonation both help disturb all the phlegm and bring it up. If you do a lot of burping, be ready to blow your nose every so often. I like it when I can get loud and long. Best of both worlds. But yeah, sometimes my really, really long ones aren't too loud because I'm purposely dragging it out, only letting a little air out at a time so they just keep on going. The loud ones, you're expelling the air quickly for the added volume. And of course, the rapid fire, as I call it, you don't have to worry about that. You just push them right out as quickly as you load them in. So volume's easy on those. Assuming, of course, you burp it right back up and it doesn't have time to go down real quick.
Demon 4 likes the loud burp.
I like it when I can get enough air to get a whole statement out. Ooh. And that was the part that wasn't coming up before. And then, of course, there's selectively like Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
Darn, the bulk of it didn't want to come up. Ooh. Always feels good clearing my gut of air. Yeah, I made sure I ate something yummy when I ate about 2 hours ago. Corned beef hash. Blends pretty good with Coca-Cola flavor. So you're a fan of the loud mostly, but also big. I must have quite a few videos you enjoy then. That's a lot of the focus I've already done. Monster burps, rapid fire mixed with monsters, burping for 20 minutes nonstop. That was a fun challenge. Unfortunately, most of the challenges people ask me for, I have already done them on videos. That burp as long as I can was the first challenge someone gave to me I haven't covered already. However, there have been a few requests that turn into videos. I am not used to my hair going over my lip yet. I always keep a hanky. Mm-hmm. Out of curiosity, what time is it where you are, Demon 4? I've been trying to learn what times for me are better for catching viewers. Because I know I have subscribers from at least a dozen time zones by now. And with my insomnia, 10 p.m. for you. Okay, so you're 5 hours ahead of me. With my insomnia, sometimes I'm sleeping during a known good time to catch people. So if I can take a good guess at other good times for my Saturday stream, I can do them at other times when I know I'll be sleeping during this time, which is one of the better times I've found. 10 p.m. in Europe, so slightly earlier than this to maybe slightly later to this, I would catch the evening to night in Europe. Good to keep in mind. I know of 2 fans I have in Italy. I had a shout out from someone in England. I think I have most of the time zones for North and South America. I'm not sure how many time zones in Asia I have. I think I have one person in Australia, though. Funny thing about my talking inside my burps, if anyone gets upset at me and says that the usual, what would your mother think of you doing this? My mother would be proud. It was her burping the word ribbit when I was in my early teens that got me into burping words. My mom loves my silly goofiness. She encourages it.
uh, 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 uh.
One of these days, I'm going to have one either in the early morning, late night when it's dark out for me. So far, I've managed them all during the daylight, though.
Uh, uh,
Let's see. So if I was to do this 12 hours earlier, it would be in the late morning over in Europe. I'd totally miss my time zone areas unless there was any night people up. Well, the more my viewers interact with me, the more I'll chit chat or answer their questions. And I've been told that my natural positivity tends to brighten other people's days up so long as I'm in a good mood and it pours out of me. I've brightened up a lot of, I guess you would call them receptionists at the VA hospital when I need to go schedule my next appointment after seeing my doctor. I've had more than one of them thank me for brightening up their day. I just rather choose to be happy than unhappy, so I make the active choice to be happy.
Ribbit.
I can even be half asleep like I was last week, and I'm still popping a smile and laughing.
Uh, uh, oh, uh, oh, uh.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about my insomnia. Last week I started 30 minutes sooner and went to bed about now. This week I've been up for 6 hours now. The very reason I can't have a this time that I start for every Saturday. I can only say Saturday. I'll post the announcement as soon as I know when I'm sleeping.
Uh,
Yeah. In another week or three, I'm going to use that bleach lightening kit for my darker hair. Because my lighter hair around the mouth, it blued up great. This stuff, it's like a dark navy to midnight blue. I need to lighten that dark area up and then reapply the blue. That way it pops out like it was popping out up here. Luckily, this is so little hair, I still have like half the bottle of coloring. So I'll still be able to do it off that one purchase.
Ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, ah.
I also need to get around to shaving here soon. Really wish I could find my clippers so I could just buzz. But I won't find those till I'm moved back in after the renovations and I unpack everything. I'll have to make do for another 3.5 months unless they go over their guesstimated time limit. Oh, can't wait to get back to the squirrels and birds at the dead end of that itty bitty little town I live in.
Ah.
It's nice having nature be the louder sound over car engines. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm about filled up. Whew. That's a load out of the gut. Mm.
Ah. Oh, ah, oh, but, right,
I had someone ask me on one of my recent video uploads if those were real burps or if I was just making noise. Obviously, that's someone who's never heard someone speak inside of burps before. I do that so often, it's hard for me not to put some sound into my burp. And of course, with my autistic way of thinking, I thought it was a halfway dumb question because burps are sounds. So, yes, I was just making sounds. I was just making sounds by having air go from my gut out of my mouth. Although I know he meant using my voice and not burps. But I always have that fallback of taking a word at its dictionary value, not how it's being used value before I can override that and be like, oh, he means that. It's also why I talk funny. I try to use the words that mean exactly what I'm trying to communicate, not kind of close similar to what I'm trying to say.
ah, oh, ah. I'm making noise, bruh.
I pointed him to Burp Speech 1 and gave him the timestamp area near the end of it where the air I was trying to load down came back up as a gag gag release of the air. I suppose that's the best proof I can show to people that I'm in fact burping and not just making sounds. The odd video I didn't catch it and pause, or the live streams where I do those gag ups of air when my stomach says, nope, you need to let me settle down.
Ah, 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 ah. I think I lost my audience, bruh.
Oh, there's someone. I guess I'll have to call you Dot. Hi, glad you made it. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Wow. That's why I don't do my streams past the 15 to 20 minute time when I'd have no one show up. Without someone showing up to chat with, it feels more like I'm making a video only without, the pausing and all that. But when people show up to chat and ask for this or that, no, I don't really get bored of it. Those times it's my bladder that decides when the stream is done. When it screams at me, you better end it now or I'm going to just release. But I also only upload 2 videos and do 1 stream a week, so it's not like I'm doing it all the time. Most of the time I'm playing games or watching movies. Only some of my time goes into this. But when you've got tons and tons of time on your hands like I do, it's good to have a variety of things that you put some of that time into. Oh yeah, shortly before, during, or after last week's stream, I got inspired with new titles for some burp videos. So I made a whole bunch. Skyrim isn't for the Nords. He keeps asking me for closed mouth burps enough that Monday, my next post is going to be closed mouth burps number 1. I'm also going to now do rapid fire burps standalone, closed mouth with monster, and closed mouth with rapid. In the future, I'll do all of them into single video as well. I'm hoping by then I'll have even more variety types of burps that can go into the all mix. Those might run a bit longer than the 3 minutes that most of my mixes are at the moment, though. The more types of burps that go into it, the more time each of them needs, the total time goes up. My favorite to do. I rather enjoy the having fun with burps, where I burp songs, mostly children's rhymes, but any song that isn't overly long. Which right now that's the ABC song, Mary Had a Little Lamb. 3 is escaping me. Hoist the Colors from the 3rd Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I'm a Little Teapot. Do Re Mi. Having fun with burps. Burping songs. Air burps. Like that. That type of stuff. Where I'm not putting sounds into them. I actually have to actively think normal burp to do those. I've been talking in my burps so often, it's so hard for me not to pick basically a letter and put the letter into it. I think O and R get the most use when I'm not really thinking. Technically, they do have their own sound. I suppose it would be relaxed vocal sound when you're not trying to make one. And of course, shaping your lips and mouth, lips and tongue to different ways can still alter normal burps without trying to make sounds into them. It's also why I do it sometimes when I'm making a sound, because it helps enhance that sound. I only get hiccups from eating too much or drinking too much too quickly. I don't get hiccups from burps. And yeah, I've been asked that by one person who's, I think, hoping I might be able to get hiccups while I'm filming one time. I've also been asked by one person to see if I could catch some sneezes, which, other than pollen hay fever, I almost never sneeze. I've even tried sniffing pepper, salt and pepper. Burned just a tad, but it never made me sneeze.
Ah, 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 ah.
And the few times I do sneeze, by the time I can open up my camera, the sneeze comes out. I can't really predict or make myself sneeze, so that's been hard for me to catch on film for the guy who asked for that. I used to burp in public, but I used to go into public. I don't go into public often. Even before COVID, I don't go into public often. Generally, people go into public because they need something or they're bored, so they're looking for entertainment. I keep myself entertained. I don't become bored, and I only leave the house when I need something, like go to the grocery store, visit family, check the mail. I'm not really in public often enough to burp in public, but I would like to hook up with probably a family member and have them record me doing a few videos of burping in public, though. I would like to try that at some point.
Ah.
Especially now that there's more and more people not wearing masks, so you can really see the reactions of them. Because that, even from 6 to 10 feet away, will get reactions.
Ah. 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 Ah.
So maybe one time when I'm in the grocery store or Walmart with a family member, that they can pop open their phone or whatever they've got to record, get it ready and going as I load up, and then get myself a nice crowded aisle I could burp in while they're recording it. I'll have to push it out like that for the volume. Get some heads to turn. Especially if there's a mix of kids and adults, because then you'll probably have the kids laughing while the adults look offended, curious, entertained, whatever they might look like.
Ah.
Mm.
Ah. 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 Uh,
That's what the drinking of the liquid's for. Even water. I find that putting liquid in my gut helps encourage the air to come back up. That's why when you see me do a whole lot of loading all at once, I'll then sip a beverage so it all hopefully comes out in one big burp, as opposed to a good amount comes out, but half is still in there waiting for its turn to come out. And I've also found that if I load air into my gut and it stays in there long enough, some of that air will go down, and unknown quantity of time later, it's a fart. Unfortunately, I have not been able to figure out the how long it takes. Otherwise, I'd be able to fart on command.
uh, uh, uh,
Oh yeah, I've had quite a few people asking me. That's actually how it was them asking me that got me to pay attention, and that's when I started noticing towards the end of my hour longs and the 30 to 90 minutes after all the farts I had. That's how I figured out the air that set when I had a lot of air sitting in there for a while before I burped it back up. Some of that air started going down through my system. I have figured out that if I have food in my system, it takes the air longer to go through, where if I have an empty system, it goes through much quicker. Like if I haven't eaten anything in 4 to 5 hours and I do a whole bunch of burps like this, I might start farting within 20 to 30 seconds of the first big belly load. If I've got food in my stomach, 50, 60 minutes for it to start coming out as farts. Most uncomfortable thing I've been asked to do. I was asked to do a video shirtless if I was okay with it, which I think I only did one or two tops when it was really hot, and I was like, screw it, I don't want to wear a shirt, it's hot. And someone recently asked if I would do a belly play video, which I had to look that up. I wasn't quite sure what it meant, but apparently having a big belly and moving it about in different ways. I haven't played with my belly in years, so that would be a little bit uncomfortable if I'd made that one. I'm not happy with how big my stomach is at the moment.
uh,
Are you removing your messages? Because I've been noticing yours and the person before you, the messages are being retracted. Is that something you're doing, or is YouTube doing that? Because that's going to defeat the playback purposes, which stinks. People won't be able to see what it is I'm reacting to. It's the first time I've ever seen that this occur as well. Hopefully it's just some sort of error and the messages will still be there for the playback. Oh, wow. 47 minutes already. See, that's what I mean. When there's someone to chat with, time flies for me. It's my bladder that lets me know I need to wrap it up. Yeah. Hope you have a great weekend as well. And I hope to see you next Saturday, whenever that, whatever time Saturday I'll be doing it. We'll find out come Thursday, Friday when I know when I'm sleeping and I post it up. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a
great weekend, and I'll see you again
next Saturday.